Maybe it was a stance. That's possible too. But anyways.
Or Megd was just not ready. Who knows?
He was just kind of like, wait.
Is he ready now though?
Okay, here we go. Neeze already positioning for the down sig. The red.
At no damage, it's crazy.
Yeah, but this is the exact scenario that we were talking about, right? Neeze on the Diana, game number 1. Megd opening up with the Val. Hasn't felt pressure to go onto the Katars just yet. But Diana has so much sauce on Demon Island, right? You have so many things. You can even do like the sidelight side sig because you have a runway of the stage. They don't have a platform to dodge away to, right? So you could just fall into that attack if they get the right dodge. There was the sidelight neutral sig that I talked about earlier too. There's just so many things that you have to be aware of with how good Diana's signature kit is outside of the bow sideline.
Yeah, before the tournament started, Nissi was actually sparring Luna, and me and Phil were watching, and I told Phil, I know Nissi is really damaged, he's deep in the red, and Luna is no damage at all, but I think Nissi is gonna win. And he hit a sidelight and sig down there on bow, and it knocked out Luna.
Oh,
the weapon throw.
Yes, the weapon throw. That's a Megd stock in under a minute. So that's really great.
That's fast.
And Neeze had complete control over that with the bow until Megd was put into a juggle state. And then when Megd was in that juggle state, he had the blasters, was hitting him with nairs, side airs.
Sig.
So good on Demon Island. That signature is so good.
Yeah,
here.
the small wall on both sides. It's really easy to hit that if your opponent is on the wall trying to recover.
And now Neeze with the blasters, trying to catch Megd jumping up into the sky, maybe getting the down air. That was surprising that he let that rip so early on. Double dare. Oh, nicely done. Gravity cancel, D-Light, X-Pivot, air, D-Light, side air, double
side air.
That stair was so great. No way. Neeze gets a D-Light recovery up the top. Neeze is playing fantastic.
That is insane. So high up, the downlight recovery
and that was
knocks out even at orange.
That was at Val on Demon Island too.
Right.
I really didn't think that was knocking out. That had to have been just enough damage.
Yeah, there's an inside joke that Neeze said, I never miss Blaster's side air. And you could see him hit 2 there, and when he missed one, he immediately went for the downlight recovery to take the stock.
Yeah, like, so I'm interested on how you think of that. Do you perceive that as Neeze being like, this is what I mean by I don't miss, or is that him like getting revenge for missing that stair?
I mean, he was like, I missed it, but did I really miss it? Maybe his intentions were to miss it.
That's what I was thinking, right? Like, because it is a very real strategy in your play to put out a move to make it look like you were whiffing, right? So that the thing that they do next is what you're going to hit them with. Like, we'll see players put out a signature with very low recovery frames at the very end, just so that they can neutral it afterwards.
Yeah, that's a really strong off-stage defensive tool as well.
The recovery? No, we can't do it from there. It wouldn't have been true. What?
I did not see that hitting.
Wait, what hit him?
The side sig.
The side sig hit him from there?
Yeah, it did not look like it was hitting, but it did.
To my eyes,
the weapon throw,
I thought the weapon throw like sent him flying in the left.
I saw that as well. Was that the weapon throw? No, it was the side sig.
Well, and what's even more surprising to me is that the side sig didn't hit him into the weapon throw.
Yeah,
is it possible that the weapon throw hit and then it comboed into the side sig?
Ooh, we're going to have to see a replay later. I'm not sure, maybe.
So Neeze opens up really strong with a game 1 win there. And I'm a little bit... This is so interesting to me because I thought about it and I was kind of like, what is the ways that Neeze wins here? Well, he goes Diana, and then he takes advantage of the fact that Megd will actually spam Demon Island every single time.
They are doing that.
And if the stage, if it's open, Megd will go there every time. And I feel like this is one of Diana's best stages.
I agree. This and Brawlhalla, I think.
Yeah.
Because of the small kill boxes on the side.
Now, if Megd just gets a lead, then maybe it's not an issue, right? Because so far he's doing what we saw against Luna. He gets those neutral wins.
He had no options there. He barely made it to the wall after the ground pound.
Look at that stair. Comes right after that down air. Falls down. D-Light. Nair.
The unsig. Nice attempt there.
How does Neeze become such a different player when the blasters are picked up? I don't get it.
That's a good question, actually.
He's
the aggression is just...
And he waits on that slide, too, off that chase dodge, right? Like, so this is just a nuance in Brawlhalla in general that I love so much, that when you get that hit, nice sider from Megd, can he get the edge guard? Doesn't even need it, Neeze gets it.
No need for it.
When you get a hit in Brawlhalla and you chase dodge afterwards, the timing of when you do your next input is variable. Like, you could choose how far you want to slide, right? And he got max distance off that chase dodge to get that neutral sig afterwards, and it was so sick.
Yeah, these players have complete control over their movements, and that's actually a really hard thing to take care of, like completely sliding there and then hitting it at the right time. Neeze just did it like, he made it look effortless, even though it's really not. The side there, he never misses.
Oh, and he gets that
as well.
off the fade, and that's interesting because he caught Megd in a rare position where Megd was the one approaching and getting punished by the fadeaway sider. And this is just like a platform fighter thing in general, but it applies to Brawlhalla too. Your moves tend to be a little more disjointed when you fade away with them, as opposed to approaching them. It feels like they have more range because they're covering that space behind you. So that sider had that much more space that it was covering.
Is he gonna side zig? I think. No, he didn't. Wait.
You're right. You got it. Yeah, you saw the posturing there, and it was just a weird thing where he like.
I saw it in his eyes.
Yeah. That's why we got the player cams there, right?
Exactly.
That's some next
struggling
level
to pick up the weapon
there, where you're like, what's gonna happen in neutral game? Like, look to the left. It's like actually a very real thing.
You know what I see coming?
What's that?
I saw it there from Nissi. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Now. Oh, never mind.
What?
It was a downer.
Oh.
Same thing, really.
he
got punished for it though.
Oh yeah, that sidelight was incredible. Oh, downlight, that would have worked if you pivoted it.
Double downlight, sir?
Oh, I don't know. He's not gonna go for that.
Danzig.
I don't think I've seen Megd go for a double anything off of a dodge read.
Yeah, he just goes for the safest, quickest option. That still deals a lot of damage.
Nice
the side sig?
Catches the landing there. This is probably going to be a 2-stock coming out from Megd.
Yeah, this match is completely different than the previous one. Megd is really catching the momentum here.
Yeah, covered center stage. Neeze couldn't get a lot of the things started with bow that he did in the previous game, and then when Neeze was on blasters,
the side sig again.
That's 3 side sig spikes now that we've seen in this set.
The replays are going to be fun of that for sure.
Yeah, and now, I mean, this is why Megd loves Demon Island, right? Even after a game 1 where he loses in the fashion that he did, he goes, there's a reason why I like going to this stage with this character. I have a complete flowchart of how I want to play the neutral game and how I want to have the edge guards. Because the side of the wall is so small, I can completely cover it with an incredibly strong move that spikes. And he's even using that side signature to get Neeze off stage to begin with. He's so fantastic with Val on that stage.
Yes, we know Diana is good on that map, but apparently and evidently, Val is even better with the side sigs.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I think it becomes it's a skill issue, right? That's what it is. Because they both have really great signatures there.
You can see Nissi Bandit now.
Oh, and swaps over to Lucian.
Okay. I was looking forward to that.
He got his win on Diana, which is more than I think some people could be expecting. I myself was looking at this being like, okay, if you came off the back of a 3-2 against Luna, you're going to be 3-0ing Neeze, but Neeze came on strong with the game 1 win. So this is a tied set now as we go over to the Fortress of Lions. We add on a little bit more wall length on the both sides, a platform off top to play with, and then the guitars in the hands of Neeze.
Yeah, well, actually, as a competitive player, when I see the scoreboard being 1-1, my mind just immediately shifts. This is a best of 3 now when it's even stage.
Yeah.
And this is why they're going on a different map, a different character.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So I should have let you finish that before I started thinking about what you were saying, because you're saying that because you think of it as that best of 3, you go to a different map, you go to a different character, and you treat it like a whole new set in general.
Yeah, I feel like that's good mentally, because then you're not... if you just get 2-stocked by Megd like Neeze did right there, your mindset is going to be a bit on the weaker side. But if you treat it as a whole new set, then it's going to eliminate that factor, I think.
Yeah, and so Neeze, in a way, doing that himself, changing the scenery, changing the weapon that he's playing with here, and has a lead against Megd, but the wake up down like gets punished by that neutral light. Megd ready for that. Now with the gauntlets is trying to bring him back down to the stage. D-Light recovery gets
the gravity cancel.
Huge. Off of the gravity cancel too. You have to use that chase dodge follow-up, and I think it's just true off of if their dodge is gone. It's definitely not as easy to hit as the
grounded version. It's way harder. Personally, I couldn't hit it, probably.
Yeah, so seeing he's going for that is pretty
impressive
fantastic in general, yeah. Because he's hit it multiple times so far, and even that's how he won game 1. So something I'm noticing that's different immediately is that he's using that platform to great effect to help his landings, right? And Megd's not getting nearly as much off of the landings this time as before.
Yeah, and the pace as well is a bit different than the previous match.
Wow, how
Neeze is respecting the patience of Megd, I think.
Yeah, and in that case, Megd going out of his comfort zone there and going with a really aggressive D-Light recovery.
And it worked out. It worked out pretty well for him.
Weapon starve time. He primes the sword too.
Guys, always weapon starve. I know it might look rude, but always weapon starve.
Is that something that you worry about?
Yes.
So that's so interesting that you say that, because I worry about that sometimes too. Okay, wait. Let's go with the sider. He goes for the down sig. Gets to there. He's sweating. He has to dodge back the stage. He can't make it back.
That's it.
Amazing
Perfect
zero
stock.
knockout from Neeze. But it's funny that you say that, because there's things that I'll do when competing in a game where I'm like, this thing is optimal, but I feel so scummy for doing it.
Yes.
And weapon starving, you're saying, makes you feel that way?
Yes, it does. Actually, it's the same with like using signatures too much. A lot of players feel like they shouldn't be spamming or overusing signatures.
Yeah.
That mindset is wrong. If it works, use it, guys. No matter what, just use it.
All right.
Don't feel bad.
And honestly, just fantastic advice, right? Like until somebody shows you that they know what to do about something, you shouldn't expect for them to go for the mix-up, right? D-Light Cider comes through, can he get this edge guard?
You can actually see Nissi go for a lot of gravity cancel downlights. He does it again. I think almost every knockout he did was with the gravity cancel downlight, actually.
534 damage to 288 with the lowest damage legend in the game. That 3
That is
force,
impressive.
3 base force against Megd. Now 2-1.
He did it better than Luna, some would say.
And now I think as long as Neeze doesn't go back to Demon Island, he took Megd's edge guarding tools off the table, right? We didn't see a single scenario where he could go for side sigs there. Although, of course, I think that Neeze just kind of trounced Megd that game. That was
Right.
dominant. We saw so many knockouts, like you said.
The gravity cancel
off of the
downlight.
gravity cancel down like
Not a lot of Blasters players do that. I don't think Luna uses it quite as much as Nissi does. Maybe that's the difference.
And I'll tell you why. I think
It's
that
risky.
Yes, but it's like incredibly risky, right? Because like Blasters downlight, the reason why the reward is so high is that grounded, the risk is so high. If you miss that, you're standing there tapping your feet against the ground for 5 seconds until your opponent decides what to do with you. You do that in the air,
cancel it.
no dodge on top of the duration, you're just a sitting duck. But if you never miss...
Nissi didn't miss. He doesn't miss the sidelights, the siders and the gravity cancel downlights, apparently.
Oh, the
aggressive grab.
Another nair. Goes for the...
Chase him down.
Oh, Megd's gonna reversal. No, okay. He does get like the ground pound, so he does get some damage off the reversal.
Good damage, not quite enough to knock out.
Neeze came out ahead on that exchange.
Oh, but that quickly turned around. It's equal now, and even Megd is in the lead now.
Oh, and this is what I imagine that Megd had a similar situation against Luna, where he switched to the Asuri after the Val did not work.
Oh,
and
yeah,
now that
right.
Megd's hit him with the Qatar Ditto, he's coming out on top. What was that? Has he been taking lessons from Java? What was
yes,
what?
The weapon throw.
The weapon throw pickup. Oh, the weapon throw D-Light pickup, sword recovery, right? Wow.
I do that in experimental. This guy does it in the highest levels of competition.
Right, exactly. One of those things where you're up 3 stocks was like, how do I knock out this player who's probably who knows where?
Yeah, right. And it's the opponent sitting right next to him, and he goes for that. That's disrespect. I like that.
Megd playing incredibly, but the
downlight recovery.
Yeah.
Gotta be enough.
It's... I know it's standard in my mind for a pro player to always have their follow-ups after Blaster's downlight, but I've seen enough pros drop it to where Neeze's consistency is so good that I have no doubt in my mind that he's gonna do the right, not even like the right, like he's not gonna just hit the move, he's gonna do the right conversion after the move.
Yeah, he knows when to go for a side there after it, he knows where to go for a recovery after it.
Or the pivot nairs.
Right.
Yeah, we've seen that off of the gravity cancel D-lights.
Right,
Oh, the
recovery.
I think Megd's got to switch over to the guitars. It's weird saying that. He's been so sword focused.
Yeah, and the guitars were working better, I think.
Oh, but edge guard here. You get the dealer recovery like last time.
Yes, it's easier to knock out with the sword for sure. Maybe that's why he's choosing that. And he actually does well with it, the downlight recovery.
That's 3 times that we've seen Megd get that D-light recovery off the gravity cancel off this top platform. I think he's adapting to how Neeze is playing well really nicely. Because I think we noticed that Neeze was playing around that plat. And now what Megd's doing is just kind of like, okay, I'm just going to D-light right above where the plat is. And hit you with the recovery, get the knockout. That was so
the clash.
It was like in sync with the neutral six too, or the neutral lights.
Yeah, maybe Megd so Neeze hit the gravity cancel downlight recovery on the high part of the map, and he was like, I'm gonna do it as well with the sword. And he went for it.
Neeze is entering the realm of no return.
Oh, there we go again.
How is he so good at that?
They just do it.
The dash jump, pivot, gravity cancel D-light into the recovery. Megd just gets taken right off the top, and now he did what he needed to do, because I felt like if he got hit by if he lost one more neutral exchange, I think Megd was taking this to game 5 automatically.
Yeah, it was just enough time to...
It's still scary.
Still keep it a bit safe. But that can change easily.
Oh, but that's a good start.
And it is changing.
Megd's guitars have to be a little damaged by now, right? I can't believe he goes to the neutral lane. Uh-oh.
I can't wait to see the weapon damage graph.
Downlight goes for the dodge in read.
Recovery.
Okay, he's a recovery
No
away,
punish.
and Neeze can't get an early D-Light recovery at this amount of damage. What?
Oh.
Megd gets he
The
rolls off the
push-off.
platform with a sidelight and then delays the recovery in reaction to what Neeze chooses and gets the recovery right afterwards. That was
This is really smart, actually.
okay. We've got a game 5.
Okay.
Now, does he? It's obvious. He locks an Enchantress.
Oh,
That's the
I
answer.
would go crazy.
He's like looking at this. He's kind of like, because what I've noticed is that Neeze has the counter pick advantage because of that game 1 win, and he's using it really well. Like he goes somewhere with the play style, waits for Megd to figure it out, then switches it completely, right? And now in game 5,
Maybe he needs another switch.
he just has to do that one more time. We're going to
No
Apocalypse.
switch.
Okay, so the stage is different, but we're staying on the Lucian. Here we go.
Game 5, Lucian against Asuri here. We've seen this before.
Yeah,
We've seen,
just
and we know how it ended. So
it
let's
ended
see.
with Megd playing Sword really dang well. But what Neeze has that Luna doesn't is these downlights
The
that are
gravity
tripping.
against them.
It's
That's-
tripping Megd up. And even though that one missed, which was rare, he did not get punished for it, right? It's so terrifying that Megd just wants
there
to
we go,
stay
another
away
one.
from it completely.
And he
he's been
respects
catching
it.
him.
You can see it in his eye actually. If
Yeah.
he sees that Neeze is going for the gravity against the downlight, he's not even going for the punish. He's just scared of it.
Yeah, and
I
that's,
don't blame him.
That's huge for Neeze, because that means that I can put this out, and this is basically like a don't go here zone, right? Like it's not even a thing where he has to worry about like if you whiff a side zone. The ground pound
Another one?
rests him. Can he get the
Oh,
side air?
he messed up the edge guard.
Oh, that recovery would have been huge. if it
There,
picked
another
up.
there.
Oh, now Megd's
And like
getting a
there.
ton of damage. I think
Oh,
D-Light
risky
recovery
option.
would do it, but Megd might
For
get the
sure.
stock first.
Oh, yeah, it could be anyone's stock. Whoever gets this stock is gonna have a really big lead though. Oh,
Dude.
Antic again.
Goes in for the read there, gets the recovery on the
Not
falling
enough.
dare, and Lucian's defense was actually enough to make it back to stage. Both players are one hit
Surprisingly.
at this point, I feel like. Oh, what?
Ooh, apparently not.
How? How? Sarah hits, weapon throw?
Oh,
Okay,
risky
these-
downlight. Even riskier ground pound.
Sweat beads, what do I do? Land with a ground pound. That's game 5 right there. The nerves are hitting, Fry. I can
that
feel
ground pound was cold. Actually, this word that was cold. I've heard it so many times during this weekend here. Like
it. What for other
the EU
players?
players just keep saying it's cold. I don't know why, but that ground pound was cold. It didn't work out, but
Is that what that means? Okay. All right.
I don't know what it means.
What
You
was
just
that
use
Sarah
it.
then?
he never misses the shares, I guess.
He never misses. That's true. All right, evened it up, 2-2. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking of that ground pound, but nice
Nice.
neutral light. Keeps Megd off the weapon.
Oh,
this
just
is a
enough for
version
green.
of weapon starving, by the way, which is
Right.
that instead of picking it up, you just
camp it.
stay right on top of it. And Katara and Light's like one of the best moves for getting a dodge in.
No punish again on the gravity against his highlights.
Whoa, falling Sarah. That would have been huge.
This is anyone's game here.
Weapon throw pickup? No, he doesn't dash for it. He was too afraid to get
Yeah.
hit. I respect it. Getting hit there could have been a huge deal.
Yeah, these people, these guys, they both know who they're dealing with. Like, they
What?
know they're fighting the best player,
What is
one of
he
the best
doing?
players.
He keeps landing with these down aerial attacks. And Megd's catching the landings. Where have we seen this before, Fry? I swear, we just watched this against Luna where Megd controls center, and then every time his opponent's trying to land on top of him, and he's just side-airing them away until they're damaged enough to get D-Light recovery.
Okay, Neeze is on the Katars here, which means he has no gravity against no downlight. He did a normal downlight though on the
D-Light in there. Oh, recovery.
Recovery.
Goes over the gravity cancel down stick, and Megd actually reacts to that with a spot dodge.
He's risking so much.
He was terrified of that moment. Like he literally just reacted what Neeze was doing because he was kind of like, can he hit me here? Oh, the weapon throw hits it out. Neeze is on his last stock of the set.
Oh, I think Neeze needs another gravity against a downlight here to equalize it. Oh,
Oh, okay. Unarmed recovery is a good
good
start.
damage.
Yeah, he hasn't been throwing up the D-lights as much. Okay, there.
Oh,
okay.
there it
We just
is.
had to say something about it, right? D-light recovery
And
takes it off the top,
and
and
it
now
works out as well.
So what does Neeze do to win here? Because we know what Megd does to win here. I feel like momentum's still in his favor.
If I knew the answer to that, I would be playing right there.
Okay.
I do not.
All right. Well,
That, I guess, the gravity against a downlight.
yeah, that's a good start. Never misses the side airs, too.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Now
the
he
first
punished
time
it.
that he got punished for it. That's not good. That's got to get in Neeze's head a little bit.
Oh,
but
no,
he
it
gets
doesn't.
again. It doesn't care. Side air doesn't hit. Goes for the recovery. Falling down air. Jumped out of the way. Just
Down
he's
there.
staying right on top of him, stacked to get these nairs and recoveries. Neeze gets
Oh.
one nair. Side air doesn't get the bait down, and the gravity
He
cancel. It was
punished
too
it.
high. It was too high. He
Yeah,
usually
first time he mispositioned
He
it.
gets that like character height where it's right above their head.
Oh,
Down air, neutral sig.
he risks so much.
He's down a jump. No
Oh
dodge.
no, is he gonna carry? Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. I thought he would bounce him
He
off the stage.
could have had it maybe.
Oh, is that it? Okay, Neeze is one strong hit away,
Oh.
but also Megd
Okay,
can recover.
it
See that sider? Okay.
Couldn't go for the recover there.
I
Could
don't.
not.
I can't believe you grabbed cancel side stick there. Oh, there's almost
Almost.
enough fry. He is so like weapon
It's
throw would
over,
do
it's
it.
over.
Megd's just gonna hit one nair. He knows it. That's it.
He
Delay
had it.
recovery catches him off the ground, and Neeze goes down
Well
to Megd.
played.
Last stock 3-2, but much.
We've seen this before again.
I think that was a lot closer than what we saw with Luna.
Actually,
that was intense, and Neeze showing that maybe he's not just Luna fan 573, right? Like that was really well played against a player who now I am beginning to think.